Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a New Year's look we're going for 2026. If you like this look and want to see how I achieve it, then keep on watching and let's play in makeup. Starting off, I'm going to use the eyeshadow base. I'm going to use MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre. Starting off, I'm going to use a coal pencil liner and an angle brush. This is just the NK eyeliner. You get this at the hair supply store, I think. I'm just scraping off. For this look, I'm going to be sketching everything out to get precisely the lines that I want. And I'm going into my crease to create this wing. The front part right here, I'm dragging it parallel to where my inner crease will end and how far I want it to come out. As you can see, this one came out right how far I want it to. You can see where it's at. So now that I've sketched out my line, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out to smoke it out just slightly. Next, I'll be going into the Vanessa Myricks Lightworks Palette 7. I'm using this black shade right here. I'm going in with the same brush, didn't wipe anything off, just dipped into the black, and I'm gonna darken this line. Using an angled brush and micellar water, I'm going to clean up my crease. All I'm doing is wiping. When I wipe off the crease, I just wipe it off in a paper towel. Spray some more and go back in. Just going to thin out the wing a bit. Going in with the Heavy Metals liner and Glam Rock. And I have some loose rainbow glitter. I'm gonna go ahead and create my liner. So with this, I don't really need glitter glue. This is like glitter glue. So I'm gonna take the wand from this and dip it into that glitter. First I'm gonna draw the line and then dip into that glitter and apply it. I'm gonna go back in with that angle brush and clean up my black line. So I went back in and laid down my black line, and then I went, after I laid it down, I went back in with the brush to try to blend it out, and if I kept getting glitter on the brush, I wiped it off on paper towel and then went back in and cleaned it up more. Going into the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette, I'm going into these two shades to set my lid. Going into the Laura Mercier powder, I'm going to create a line where I want my wing to stop. Going in with the NK liner pencil, I'm going to go ahead and start leaving a black mark right here. Then I'm going to take my angled brush and sketch out how far I want my wing to be. This pencil just ran out, so I'm going to use the Kite London Wonderland Gel Kohl Liner. And I'll bring this a little over my crease. I'm gonna lay the brush flat and swipe the color on my lid. Going into the Natasha Denona Love palette, I'm going into the shade Giving. And I'm only covering my lid, I'm not bringing it up to the glitter liner. And I'm blending that into the black so it can start to fade into each other. Going into the Vanessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 6 palette, I'm going into this pink shade right here to give my eye a little bit more sparkle. In that same palette, I'm going to go into this gold shade down here, and that's going to be the shade to marry the pink and the black shade together. On this eye, I did not use a primer because I was just practicing. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the paint pot and go in between the glitter and the black shade just to clean it up a bit. I'm going to use a very small brush to fit in between. Next, I'm going to go back into the Pat McGrath palette and set it with those two previous shades. Using the MAC liquid liner, I'm going to go ahead and define my outer liner a bit more to make it darker. I'm just doing the bottom half of it, not the whole part. And then I'm going to take that angled brush I've been using and lay it flat and brush up to blend it in. I'm going to dip into that black eyeshadow. Wipe off the excess on the brush and just blend it. I'm going back in with my powder before I go in with the liner. I'm going to apply some cat eyelashes. Going back in with the pencil and the angled brush, I'm going to create my liners. Going in back into the black eyeshadow from the Vanessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 7 palette. I'm going to drag it under my lower lash line. I'm going to connect it on the end to the wing. Going back into the Pat McGrath's Mothership Utopian Dream palette, I'll be going into this pink shade, and I'm going to use that to smoke out this black line. I'm going to come back and redo it after I do my face makeup. Also going to smoke out my black liner. Going back in with the same angled brush and the black eyeshadow, I'm gonna deepen the liner. Going to go back in with the black MAC liner and create my wing for my inner corner. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeliner in Perversion. And I'm also going to tightline my upper waterline. Make sure you do your liner if you're going to tightline, and your wing liner and your inner liner. Do all that before you put on lashes. It'll be a lot easier. Using the REFY brow gel, I'm using it to set my eyebrow. I'm going to use an angled brush. This is the MAC 263 brush and an Anastasia brow pomade in dark brown to fill in my eyebrow. Using a Tart Shape Tape Concealer and the Stay Naked Concealer, I'm going to clean up my brow. For my eyes, I'm going to go with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm going to start by color correcting using the LA Girl Pro in Peach and a Stay Naked Concealer. I'm going to use a Laura Mercier powder and set my face. My concealers, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and the Hourglass foundation in Chestnut for my contour. For my foundation, I'm going with the One Size and Freaky. This is the Freaky Peach trio. Using a Laura Mercier powder, I'm going to set the rest of my face. I'm going to use my Kat Von D powder in Deep 7-4 to set my face. Using my NARS to set my contour. Going back into the one size to apply blush. I'm going to apply a little bit of setting powder under my eyes just to go back in and reapply that pink shade. Going back into the Pat McGrath Utopian Dream and going into that pink shade. I'm going to go into the MAC Bigger Black and apply this mascara to my lower lash line. For my lips, I'm using the MAC Lip Liner in Chestnut. So I have Pink Peppermint and Saint Germain. I think I'm gonna do the Pink Peppermint first. And then I actually like it with the Pink Peppermint. I'm gonna see how it looks if I apply a little bit of the Saint Germain in the middle, just to give it a little bit brightening. I'm gonna set my face with the Fix Plus. And if you know me, I use all my regular stuff that I usually use. I'm gonna use the Stay Naked for my highlight, going into the middle shade. I'm gonna spray my face with the One Size setting spray. I'm gonna finish it off with the airbrush, the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless setting spray. I feel like it gives me a nice dewiness, but it's not overly dewy since I am sometimes I'm an oily girl, sometimes I'm a dry girl, depending on the weather. Okay guys, I know this look was a bit dramatic for New Year's, but I had fun creating it and I hope you do like it. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow for more videos. Bye!